Okay. Today I want to touch on something different. Usually I go through bushcraft with you all. Well, today I want to discuss survival. And the aspect I want to look at right off the bat is the mental part. The mental game in survival. Using your brain, thinking through, being able to do things mentally, not just physically. I mean, you can make a knife and you can boil water in a container of, a log or a hole in the ground and a rock. You can a rock with a divot in it. You could boil water. All that stuff's physical. Mental is what I want to talk about right off the bat. Do you have the mental stability for the survival situation? Now we all go, well, sure, yeah, I could do it. Okay. Now I want you to sit back and soul search. This is where I want you to look inside yourself. Can you deal with creepy crawlies if you had to sleep in a pile of leaves? No blankie, no other goodies laying around, just you and the bugs and the leaves. Because trust me, if you're going to sleep like that, you're going to get bugs on you. Can you deal with blood and guts and gore? Maybe yours, maybe someone else's, maybe the food that you've chosen to eat. Can you kill an animal to eat it? I don't want you to go out and practice just killing an animal, because to take an animal's life, you've got to need it. And if you need it to take its life, you've got to eat it. That's a rule. So you've got those items. Now, what about darkness? Are you comfortable in the dark, out in the middle of wherever, with no light, no flashlight, no firelight, just you and the boogeyman in the dark? Disaster happens, you may wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, I don't know, thrown out of the airplane. Laying there. At that point, you probably want to go back to bed because there's not much you can do. You're not going to get up and run around looking for things to make a fire with. Just not a smart idea in the dark. Better off to reserve your energy. Unless you're freezing to death, and then that's a whole other scenario, isn't it? Do you know how to take care of yourself? Do you have the mental knowledge? Do you have the knowledge to take care of yourself? To make a knife? To make a fire? If you don't have anything. If you don't have anything with you. Okay? Nothing's left. Everything got burned up, blown up, whatever. Just you. You and the clothes that you have on. And don't say, oh, I've got this knife and I've got this fire steel and I've got that. Because, if you're board a regular airplane nowadays, you can't take a knife with you. You can't even take a toenail clipper. So you're not going to have that with you. And don't say you can rescue it from the plane, because maybe you're the only thing that got tossed out of the airplane and you're the only thing that survived and the rest of them burned up and blew up. Who knows? So, you've got to smack those rocks together. Do you know how? Do you know how to make a fireboard? Can you make one with just a rock as a knife? Mental part of the game. Now, in survival we have other scenarios. You have the Rambo types too. I really don't want to touch too much on that, but I've had a couple of comments. A few things I'll point out real quick here. One, you are never going to see my gun collection, all my survival preps, my retreat. Those are things that I keep close to my vest for my family and our safety, and they're not things that I advertise. Okay? Matter of fact, I don't think in 104th video of mine, and I thank you for watching, I have shown you any of my guns. I may have done one on my Kimberly earlier. I have a 45, I'll admit to that. I have a 45 Kimberly. Love it to death. My choice of gun, because if I don't hit them, it scares the hell out of them. But if I do hit them, 9mm may not expand. 45s, they got the kinetic energy to knock them down. If I hit you in the arm, you're going down, trust me. So I see these Rambo types who say, oh, I could do this and shoot that and I could defend myself and my property and everything else. Really? You look inside yourself. Could you really take a life? And don't give me the guys who go, I was in the service. You got that combat badge? You know, killing's easy. Living with it, that's the hard part. That's the hard part for a lot of people. Trust me. Killing's easy. Living with it's the hard part. The knife guys, I could use this to fight with. And I'd hold it this way, and I'd do this, and I'd do that. If you've never been trained to fight with a knife, don't tell me that. Okay? If you think you can, whatever. I got the scars. I don't know if you can see it. I've got the scars from taking a knife here instead of taking it in the belly. Alright? I know that I had to sacrifice that hand to save my vitals. So don't tell me a knife fight that you're going to go on with. If you're not willing to get cut, don't go out there and jump around and say, I'll do this and I'll do that. You can think all you want. It's the things, the aspects of the mental game. You have to be willing. Are you willing to sacrifice this hand to save your core, the important parts? Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to take a life of another person? Can you live with yourself afterwards? Are you willing to kill animals? Are you willing to eat bugs? Are you willing to sit in the dark? Are you willing to have no human contact? Well, that's a big one for a lot of people. No human contact for a certain amount of time. Days, weeks. And I mean no cell phone, no TV, no radio, nothing. Not another word from another human being for days on end. Can you do that? Mental. The other mental aspect you have to expect, and you have to realize, should I say, you have to realize, is that everything you see around you, everything in my house, everything in your house, everything that we have, from our water bottles to our knives to our comfort blankets, everything we have, somebody thought of first and then made. So that means if you're thrown out there with nothing on you, if you think about it, you can probably come up with an alternative to what you need. And you can probably make it if you know how. We come into this world and this is an empty vessel. And we fill it. How you choose to fill it, and what you choose to fill it with is up to you. I hope that if you deal with survival scenarios, I'll say scenarios because situations are something totally different. You can practice a scenario, you can't practice a situation because you never know. You never know exactly what that situation is going to be. You can practice for a lot of things. You can't practice for them all. You don't have enough time in this life. So use your brain, learn, study, and go from there. Sit back and really, really ask yourself. Now you guys don't need to comment on here and say I can do this and I can do that. It's up to you. Okay? I've seen some videos. I know some people. It's up to you. You don't need to prove anything to me. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You're not going to get any award by telling me that you could do this and you could do that. I want you to search through your own soul and your own head and think, can I really do that? Could I really do these things? Do I really want to sit in the dark in the bush and hear a raccoon make as much noise as a herd of buffalo coming through in the middle of the night? Could I stand it? Could my wife stand it? Could my kids take care of it? Could I keep the kids calm? Mental part of the game. I'll touch on some other survival stuff as we go through this year. Most of the things I shoot for are bushcraft, fun-wise. But talking to a few people the other night, I just wanted to point out the mental aspect of different things. Oh, I'm sure there's things I didn't think of and things I didn't touch on, and that's where it comes in on YouTube. You guys, you get to put the videos up. Now, I've got a couple of comments recently on my videos, and they're not bad. But I went and checked out those people's websites, and they don't have any videos up. They can tell me how to do my videos, but they don't have videos up themselves. Makes you wonder about those kind of people, doesn't it? Well, maybe I'm getting a little grumpy lately. Maybe I'm going through some other things, but just want to catch you on that and talk to you about it. Oh, by the way, you see me leaning on the blankie here. This is a disaster blankie by the United States government. This is what they give out. Okay? Now, just so you know, before you ever order one of these, this is, see if I can get this in picking. Oh, that light is terrible, isn't it? It says disaster blanket. Yeah, let's see here. I'm come around this way. Disaster blanket, and it has the number here. 30% recycled wool, 70% man-made fiber. 70% man-made fiber. Doesn't feel like a Coke bottle, but you know. Well, I got a couple of these today, and I'm going to put these on my trade bin. So this blanket will go on a trade blanket, and that's something I'll be looking for to trade off here at the end of the month. Just so you know, there's going to be 2 of these up for trade. Get your trade goods together. It seems to be a lot of people shooting me emails and other things wanting to know what I got. Well, trust me. The day that I decide to put my trade stuff up, and it's going to be after the 25th. Why after the 25th? Well, the 25th is my birthday. I'm hoping, nobody else can hear me in the house, I'm hoping to trade off some of the things that I may get and not want for my birthday. Don't tell Holly. But anyway, so if I get something I'm not really pleased with, I'll see about trading it off for something else. I'll let her yell at me after that. But honey, I've already traded it. No. So we'll see what goes on. But that's what I'm waiting for after the end of the month. So you've got all month to get your stuff together. This will give you a chance to dig through them back piles and do the other goodies. Well, this is about 13, 14 minute long video now, and I guess this is one of my longer ones. This will be number 104, I believe. Yeah, I think that's what I said. I want to thank you all for watching my videos. I hope that you have fun with some of them. I hope you learn something from a few of them. Hope I make you laugh. Maybe you laugh so hard, as one person put it, that they almost wet themselves. But yeah, that's great. That's what it's all about. Somebody made a comment because I said, I love y'all. Well, you know what? We don't get enough love in this world. And I do. There's a lot of you out there that I respect, that I have friendship feelings for. And I think with friendship there is a little bit of love that goes back and forth. And, you know, there are certain people out there that if they picked up the phone and called and said, I need this, I'd say, I'm on my way with it, you know. You want me to send that to you right now? What do you need? Those are good people. That's the kind of people I like on my channel. That's the kind of people that I suggest that you read their comments, whatever else. Go to my friends list and subscribers. And I tell you what, there's a lot of wonderful people on my subscribers and friends list. And if you haven't checked it out, please do so. Oh man, lately, JC and Tom and I having a good time on Skype. Everybody's doing wonderful. You know, we've just been joking and having a great time. Join us. Join us. Come on and jump on Skype. Oh, I was on there with John Campbell too. Jump on with all of us. Tom Brown III, T3's on there. Jump in there with the rest of us. Talk to us. We're having a great time here also when we're not on this. Facebook. You can contact us on Facebook. Check us out there. It's the same name for me everywhere. I use Rich the Ridge Hunter everywhere, so you know how to get hold of me. Well, you people have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful night, whatever it is outside, wherever you are now. I think it's early evening here. So I wish you all the best, and we'll catch you all on the next one. Thanks for watching.